Okay, so Doc, your colleagues, let's bow our heads for in the presence of our God. Dear Lord and Fathers of all, thank you for today. Thank you for your ways in which you us all, for your protection and love. We thank you for us to focus our hearts and mind and be inspired and guide us on your eternal life. And we ask all this in your name. Amen.
Amen. Okay. So for today, we're going to have a discussions about organization and functioning of securities markets. No? So financial markets play an essential role, no, in the economy, serving as a platform where buyers and sellers trade financial assets such as the stocks, the bonds, and commodities. So there are several types actually of financial markets, no? And it's serving a specific functions like capital markets, no? For instance, are where long-term securities like stocks and bonds are traded. No? This market allows companies to raise funds for expansion by issuing share or bonds. Another is the money markets. No? It deal with short-term debt instruments such as treasury bills, no, and certificates of deposit, no, usually maturing in less than a year. This market provides liquidity and a way for business and governments to manage their short-term financing needs. So foreign exchange, no, or the forex market facilitate the trading of currencies, no, allowing companies and governments to conduct international transactions and manage the currency risk. No? The derivative markets deals with financial instrument like option and futures whose value is derived from an underlying asset. And these markets are often used to hedging risk or for speculative purposes. There are also commodity markets now where raw materials such as oil, gold, and agricultural products are traded, influencing the price of goods globally. So over-the-counter market refers naman sa mga decentralized markets where trading occurs directly between two parties without the involvement of an exchange. No? And actually, this setup is common for securities not listed on formal exchanges such as private stocks or bonds. And these various market collectively create a web of financial interaction, driving the global economy of enabling capital allocation and risk management. And to give us more details about the topic, let us all welcome our presenter. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, good. Thank you, Doc. So, dear colleagues, Doc, my topic is all about organization and functioning of securities market. So, in my report, we will discuss what is the meaning of securities, what is market, the types of it, characteristic of a good securities market, and organization of securities market. So, what is the meaning of securities? So, securities are proof of one's ownership or indebtedness in a company or in entity, or in other words, when we say securities, it will serve as a proof that you have a portion of ownership in the company. Okay, so best example of securities are stocks. When we say stocks, are shares of ownership in a corporations where share is the ownership interest or right of the shareholder in the entity. So when you buy shares in a company, it's tendency that you become a shareholder or stockholder of that company. So meaning to say, these stocks or share will serve as a proof that you have a partially owned portion for that company. So what are the difference between stocks and share? When we say share or stocks, it irreversible. So pwedeng gamitin sila both. Okay? Pero yung pinaka-difference nila is first, I'll give an example. A owns shares in RC Cola Company, while B owns stock. When we use the word shares, it's give a specific company. While using stocks, it gives a distinct or either end company. You will use stocks. Okay. So next will be the bonds. When we say bonds, a bond is a contract of debt whereby one party is called an issuer. Issuer borrows funds from another party is called the investor. So in this example, bonds, so when we say bond, it is a contract of debt or liabilities of one party, which is the borrower, and the one who give or lend money is the investor. Okay. So what is market? A market is a mechanism that brings together buyers and seller to aid the transfer of goods. So when we say market, it's a place where the buyer and seller come together and transact with each other for the purpose of buying and selling goods and services. Okay, it's a market does not need a physical location. So need physical location. Like for example, is the online selling through which basta as long as there is a transaction between the buyer and the seller. Okay, sample of online selling is through the use of Lazada, Shopee, or TikTok. Okay, through Grab Food or Food Panda for the food market. And for money market or financial market, we have PayMaya or GCash. Okay, it is important that the buyer and seller can communicate the relevant transactions. Meaning to say, dapat the buyer and seller must have a good uh, knowledge about the services and the product that the seller uh, sell or present in the market. Okay, best example of the details is about how much quantity that the seller will sell. Okay, the agreement price for that product and services, and so on and so forth. So there are different types of market. First, what is types of market? Markets are usually designated by the types of goods and services that is traded. For example, a foreign exchange market is where the currency are sold and bought, while security market demand is where all the foreign securities are traded. Okay? The types of market they can be classified into first is money market, capital market, stocks market, bond market, and derivative market. So in types of market, first is the money market. When we say money market, the market with short-term fixed income instruments such as treasury bills, commercial paper, and bank certificate of deposits or CD. The maturity of the certificate is in a short term, meaning to say the maturity of its certificate is pertaining at least a year. It's estimated for the short term. Okay, this is the institution with temporary surplus of funds that meet the needs of the borrowers who have temporary fund shortages. So, ibig sabihin lang po nun, if there's an institution that have excessive funds, okay, these are the ones that give additional help or assistance to other institutions that needed for operation. Capital market, stock, and mutual funds. So this time, in the capital market, di ba, we said that the majority of the security is less than 1 year. But in the capital market, it has a longer term and the maturity of the securities are more than 1 year. It is designed to finance long-term investment by businesses, government, and household. So this is also difference between the money market because in capital market, they offer long-term investment to the institution or the entity. Trading of funds in capital markets makes possible construction of factories, highways, schools, and homes. So next topic will be the stock market. The stock market is the market for various equities such as stocks and warrants. So when we say equity, the ownership's share, okay? A financial asset of the investor and equity of the issuer, as I discussed, stocks is it's a proof that the investor has a portion of the ownership in the institution or entity. So when we say warrant, it's a security which grants the holder the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a stated number of underlying share of stock at a specified price during a specified period of time. Just like stock, warrant is also a security. A warrant gives an investor the right but not the obligation to buy or sell a stated number of specific underlying shares of stock from the company. So meaning to say, the buyer, both that warrant and that holder has no obligation but has the right either to sell it or to buy the stock from other company with a specific price from the specific period of time. Therefore, the holder or the buyer is not required or forced to buy or sell that share of stocks at the specific price at a specific period of time. He has the right, but not the obligation. Okay? So next is bond market. Bond market is the market for long-term debt instruments such as treasury homes, notes, treasury bonds, municipal bonds, market bonds, and debentures. So when we say debt security, it is a financial asset of investors and a financial liability of the issuer. So whichever is one issued the securities, okay, he is the one that has a financial liability. It's called a debt instrument. Next is the derivative market. So when we say derivative market, it is the market for derivatives of or instruments whose value are derived from another underlying assets. Meaning, so, example of derivative are option or future contracts. So example, yeah, future contracts. So when say derivative, it is a financial instrument that derives its value from the movement in commodity price, foreign exchange rate, and interest rate of an underlying asset or financial instrument. So therefore, this financial instrument and the value of its it is derived on the derived on the movement of the commodity price, foreign exchange rate, and interest rate of underlying financial instrument. Actually, derivative is an executory contract, meaning it is a transaction. It is not a transaction, but it is exchange of promises about the future action expressed in a simple term. Okay? So what are the characteristics of a good securities market? Okay, the following are the characteristics to be considered if the security market is a good. First is the transparent, liquid, internal efficient, and external efficient. So when we say transparent, it's one attribute of a good security market is that there is an equal and fair access to the information. So all participants in the market must have a fair access to information. So of course, it is not enough that there is only a fair and equal information, but also it must be timely and accurately information. For example, the buyer or the participants must know the exact amount or price of the security from the previous transaction versus to the price of the security in the current transaction. Okay, so when we say liquid, another feature of a good market is that the securities can be traded quickly and at a price close to the prices of the previous transaction. It means that the securities on the market can easily be sold and at the same time, the price of the security now is not so far or hindi malayo from the previous transactions. Next is internally efficient. A good market should entail low transaction costs. Therefore, in order to tell if the security market is efficient in the transaction cost, first example must be in entering into a market, okay, the transaction cost must be lower. Or another example is if the transaction cost of transferring the securities from one issuer to the buyer. Externally efficient, a good market is one where prices adjust quickly to the new information such as the prevailing price reflects all available information regarding security. That means that the market is externally efficient whether the price, whether there is adjustment in the external part. Okay, so organization of securities market can be classified into primary market, whereas in primary market there is first corporate equity and debt securities, government securities, municipal bonds, mutual bonds, and second, the secondary market. There are the exchange, the over-the-counter market or the OTC market. Next is the third market, and last is the fourth market. So when we say primary market, a primary market is when new issues of stock and bonds are sold by the corporation, national government and local government units. This is the market where the initial issue or the first issue of stock and bonds are placed. Of course, these stocks and bonds are owned by the corporation, national government, and the local government units. So first is the corporate equity and debt security. So when we say corporate equity and debt security is when the corporation wants to issue equity or debt securities to investment bankers to underwrite their securities. So dito po sa corporate equity and debt securities, the corporation who want to issue bonds, equity or stocks or debt in securities, they usually hire investment bankers or to underwrite their securities. So these are investment bankers are also called the underwriters. So when we say underwriting, the purchase of a new issue from the issuing corporation at a fixed price and the reselling of such issue to the public. The underwriter, like what I said, purchased the securities from the issue. The difference in the selling price and the acquisition price is what we call the underwriting spread. So from the selling price to the public offering price, while the acquisition price is price issued by the issuer that the underwriter bought in order to get you the underwriting spread. So yung difference ng binili ni underwriter yung stocks versus the acquisition price niya o yung pag-acquire ng underwriter is what spread. The government securities. When we say government securities, these are the treasury bills, notes, and bonds are usually introduced in the market through auctions. So, of course, when we say auction, there is a bidding that will happen. Auction is basically the buying and selling of securities bidding. So, institution bid for the yields and amounts that they want. And after all competitive bids are received, the government determines the stop out yield bid based on the amount of money it wants to borrow. When we say stop out yield, it is the highest bid that the government wants to accept. So meaning, the competitive bid is when the highest bid is the one who will win in the auction. So sometimes, the government also accepts non-competitive bids, which are awarded on the basis of the weighted average of all the winning competitive bids. Next will be the municipal bonds. When we say municipal bonds, it is a new municipal bonds are issued in one of the three ways. First is competitive bids. And when we say competitive bids, it's usually involved sealed bids where the issue is awarded to the underwriter with the lowest interest cost. So in the competitive bids, nagkakaroon din po siya ng tinatawag nating auction or bidding na kung saan underwriter give the lowest interest cost between or will have the sealed bids or the sealed bond issue. Okay? So next is the negotiated sales, which is typically involved contractual issuing local government unit and the underwriter. So there is a contract between the government and the underwriter regarding on how to sell the municipal bonds to the public. Okay. The underwriter has the exclusive right to the market. The issue. So next is the private placement. So when private placement, it is the sale of bond directly to the investor. So there is no intermediary to the intermediary or intermediate use by the LGU. Oh, so meaning there is no intermediary between the local government and to the directed institution or entity. So next po is the mutual funds. So when we say mutual funds are put for purpose of investing in stocks, bonds, or other securities and managed by the professional. So these are the collection of securities owned by the investors and managed by the fund manager. So when we say closed-end investment companies, they issue the share calculation, issuing shares. Okay, they make use of shares during an offering period. That is the closed-end investment. When we say open-end investment companies, new shares every day through various distribution such as dealer, financial advisor, and salesman. So the difference between closed end and the open end, si closed end, merong specific period kung kailan nila i-issue yung shares nila. While the open end, is selling. Okay. At the same time, si closed end investment companies, the underwriters in offering while open end naman, usually there's financial advisors and salesman in selling their securities. Okay. So, securities for the place. So the difference from primary market, primary is newly developed securities. But
Nawawala ka, sir. I-off mo na lang siguro yung camera mo para yung internet mo may... sige, go
okay
ahead.
po.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay na po.
Yes.
Okay, thank you po, Doc. So, it plays an important role in providing liquidity for investors, particularly for those who initially purchase the securities in the primary market. So, first example is the exchange. So, exchange is a centralized market for the secondary trading of stocks, bonds, and other securities. The issue must be approved for listing before it can be traded on an exchange. So meaning the issue must be approved for listing before it can be traded on an exchange. There is an approval process before the security will be sell or buy. Most countries have a single security exchange, but in more advanced advanced markets, there can be one or more national exchange and several regional exchanges. So in the Philippines, Okay, we have one exchange, and we call it the Philippine Stock Exchange, or the PSE. Okay, so secondary market. Next is the over-the-counter market, or the OTC market. So this is the market for securities that are not listed on exchange. Okay, noted that the broad definition of OTC trading is a transaction that is not consummated on the exchange and therefore includes third market transaction. So the trading of securities in the OTC market is not listed by the exchange. Okay, or here in the Philippines, Philippine Stock Exchange. Okay. Next is the third market. So when we say third market, describes the over-the-counter trading of securities listed on the exchange. The difference between the third market, it is listed on the exchange, while the over-the-counter market on the secondary market, the security there is not listed on the said PSE, or the exchange. Okay? Okay, in some countries, OTC trading of security listed on an exchange is not permitted. So it follows that in the Philippines, all security must be listed on the Philippine Stock Exchange. And last will be the fourth market. So the fourth market is the term fourth market is used to describe the direct trading of securities between two parties without a broker intermediation. So meaning, when we say broker, it is the someone who buy and sell securities for the account of others. In fourth market, the securities and directly traded without the help of the intermediary. Like broker, one party sells securities direct from another institution or entity. So that's the end of my discussion about organization and securities market. Thank you po.
Okay, so again, as what I mentioned earlier, no, there are some things that we need to address to when it comes to the organization and functioning of security markets. No? Security market, again, play an important role in the global economy by facilitating the buying and selling of financial assets such as stocks, bonds, and derivatives. No? These markets are where companies raise capital, no, to fund growth in operations, and where investor can buy ownership stakes in business of or invest in debt instrument. Security markets are categorized into different types based on the securities traded. Sabi ko nga kanina, capital markets, money markets, foreign exchange markets, and derivative markets. And each market has its own unique structure and purpose, but all serve to connect entities in need of funds, no, with investor looking for opportunities. The participants and securities market are diverse and include individual investor, no, institutional investors like pension funds and hedge funds, no, brokers and market makers, no, institutional investor often make large trades that can influence market trends, while brokers facilitate transaction between buyers and select. So makers are critical, no, for providing liquidity by being ready to buy or sell securities at any time. So regulators such as SEC, no, ensures that market participants adhere to rules and maintain the integrity of the financial system. So trading in securities markets can occur through various mechanisms, no, auction markets such as yung sa New York, actually meron tayo, tapos meron tayong Philippine Stock Exchange, no, which allow buyers and sellers to submit bids and offers which trades executed when prices match. Now, daily markets like yung NSADQ, no, operate through intermediaries, no, who buy and sell from their own inventory. With technological advancement, no, electronic trading systems have become more prevalent, no, automating such a much of trading process, increasing efficiency and reducing costs for investors. No, Regulation is fundamental aspect of securities markets, no, designed to protect investors, ensure fair trading, and prevent no fraudulent activities. No, government agencies such as SEC are tasked with enforcing laws and regulations to maintain transparency and market stability. So the regulations often required companies to disclose important financial information, enabling investor to make informed decisions. Now, in addition to government oversight, self-regulatory organizations like FINRA help maintain ethical standards and resolve disputes between market participants. So, the functioning of securities market is also shaped by global economic events and crises, no, which often lead no, to regulatory reform aimed at preventing future stability. No? So for instance, the financial crisis of 2008 led to the implementation of more stringent rules such as the Dodd-Frank Act in the US, which sought to reduce systemic risk in financial system. So overall, securities market, as our presenter mentioned, are highly organized system with various participants, mechanism, and regulatory frameworks working together not to facilitate the efficient flow of capital and foster economic growth. So I think that's it for this topic. Thank you so much to our presenter.